Courtney Fielder, and we're joined here with Caitlyn Dixon, a makeup artist who has spent a lot of time here in Moose Jaw, originally from Moose Jaw, right?
Yeah, born and raised.
Awesome. And you have been keeping it so busy. I know we've had you here in the studios many times over the years, from, of course, the L'Oreal Paris, the brush contest. Even I had you do my makeup for an event that I was at. It's great to have a chance to sit down and catch up with you.
Oh, thanks for having me back. It's great.
And of course, you've been keeping it busy nonstop since then. Give us a little brief update on where you are now and what's been keeping you busy.
So I moved to Calgary 4 years ago. So I've been doing my freelance makeup out here, and I love it in Calgary. It's great. It's not too far from home. But yeah, just been doing makeup and it's great. The country music industry is a little bit more booming out here, so it's been really fun to kind of experience a bit of that as well.
Now, I'm glad you mentioned the country music industry because actually you just worked with one of our good friends, Brett Kissel, on his music video for Watch It.
Yes, I did. Yeah, we filmed that in November, so that was definitely a highlight.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about like the story. Like, how did you get into that? Like, have you done stuff for Brett before?
So that was the first time I've worked with Brett. I recently had done the CCMAs back in, was it September, beginning of September of this last year. And so I worked with a handful of artists there as well. But this was my first time working with Brett. I did see him. He'd pass by our makeup station lots during the show. So I was very excited to get that call. And the way that I kind of found myself in that situation is I have a mentor here in Calgary. And so she's the one that sent me on that job. So.
Oh, that's awesome. So take us a little through like what a day looks like for you when you're on a music video shoot with someone like Brett Kissel.
Oh yeah. So it was actually a last minute call. So I only found out the night before it was about maybe like 7 p.m. and it was like a 7:30 a.m. call time, I think. So this was a smaller video, so it wasn't anything too in depth. So I think it was maybe about a 4 hour filming process. And I don't know if you haven't watched the video yet, I'm sure you have, but any listeners who haven't watched it yet, we were at one of the theaters in the MRU, Mount Royal University. I can't remember the exact name of the actual theater, but so that's where we were filming. And it was really neat. When I got there and Brett walked into the makeup room, he was wearing one of his merch shirts. And it was the Saskatchewan license plate that said Kissel on it. And I was like, oh my gosh, like that's too perfect. So that was really cool. But yeah, so we got there, 7:30 a.m. I think it was, and we filmed and it was awesome. He was so down to earth and so kind and gracious, and yeah, it was a really positive experience.
Oh, that's awesome. Sounds like an experience of a lifetime there for you because I assume you're probably a big country music fan too, right?
Oh yeah, like country is by far my favorite. It's definitely a bit of a dream come true to work in the country industry as well. So yeah, I love it.
Oh, that's awesome. So like when it comes to makeup for music videos, is there like a big difference? Like,
so makeup for music videos, I mean, I work in like commercial work, with film and television a lot, not as much movies, but I have a little bit over the years. But you know, with such HD cameras, like you're kind of doing the same makeup for everything. We maybe added a little bit more warmth with a little bit of bronzer, just to make sure he didn't look washed out in the camera. But yeah, so we did do like a slightly fuller coverage just because, you know, you really want it to look flawless, but not too flawless on a guy. You know, you have to find a balance. You don't want them to look fake and made up. So it's, yeah, definitely finding a balance with that.
oh, that is so cool. So like what made you decide like at that moment to get into like the whole makeup industry? Like what was that turning point for you?
Oh yeah, so I always loved makeup like when I was young. When I was finishing high school, you know, I just didn't feel called to the regular university route that all my friends were doing. And I was like, what should I do? You know, I've always been more creative. And I'm so glad that I followed that, because, you know, I don't know, I couldn't have been in an office. I get too bored too fast. So that's where it kind of led me. But, I was looking into interior design, I still look into that. Like I love all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, but then I ended up picking makeup. So
Oh, that's awesome. Well, because every day is probably just like so different from you for you. Like you said, working in television, commercials, music videos, and like doing like wedding makeup and all that kind of stuff.
exactly. Like it's always, you're always on your toes. You're always prepared for something different. Yeah, it's definitely what works best for me.
Oh, that's awesome. We're going to put you a little bit on the spot
Yeah.
right now. So, 2023, what are like the makeup trends so far? I know we're like a month in. Is there like any trends so far?
I think continuing from the last couple of years, we're going away from heavy makeup and just going with really like fluffy, brushed up brows, glowy skin. For me, like, my style of makeup is a little bit more timeless just because, I don't follow trends unless I really love them. So, like, the brushed up, fluffy brow that everyone's doing, I love that. I'm totally here for it. But just glowy skin, fresh lip and cheek, that's kind of my jam for sure.
Oh, that's awesome here. Well, we won't keep you too
Yeah.
much longer here, Caitlyn. Is there anything you want to say to folks back here in Moose Jaw? Because I know you probably still got like a lot of family and friends out here, hey?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm still, as you can see, I'm wearing my Moose Jaw hoodie, but I'm still so connected to Moose Jaw. We were just there at Christmas and went to the spa, and so my heart is still in Moose Jaw for sure. So yeah, I am so happy I could be on today. And hello to everybody. If there's any family and friends listening, love you all and have a wonderful day.
Awesome. And is there anything else you'd like to add about like the experience that you just had here?
Ah, like the with Brett Kissel.
With Brett Kissel, yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, he was just such a wonderful human, and it's so nice to know that the people that we support and love to listen to are really wonderful people inside and out as well. So, yeah, it was a highlight for sure. So,
And probably too, just so cool to finally see it because, like you said, you did this back in November and he like just released the music video.
exactly, yeah, and you could tell through the filming process, he was very much in his zone, and the song is about his family and his babies, and you could just feel that he was in that place where he just loves them so much. And so just I love the songs that are built on like the family values. I don't have my own family yet, but hopefully in the next couple of years. And so it was just so sweet to see that and to be able to be part of that up close. So it
Oh,
was really neat.
that's awesome. Well, we cannot wait for you to have even more experiences like that in the years to come. Caitlyn, thank you again so much for joining us here today to chat about it.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Courtney. It was great to see you again.